Hello and welcome. For those who are new to me, my name is Hannah Golatli. I am a certified teacher of the visually impaired and a special education consultant. I support students, teachers, and parents in the area of visual impairments, including cortical visual impairments, and in the area of multiple disabilities. Today, I want to discuss misconceptions about school-based services for students with visual impairments. I have come across a lot of parents who believe that because their child has a documented visual impairment, they should have to receive services from the teacher of the visually impaired in a school setting. Unfortunately, that is not the case. The student still has to meet the eligibility criteria that has been set forth to be considered by the ART committee to qualify to receive services as a student with visual impairments. Let's look again at how the federal law defines visual impairments. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act refers to visual impairment as any impairment in vision that, even with correction, interferes with a student's educational performance. So, if your child has a documented impairment in vision and has prescription glasses that corrects the problem, and your child chooses not to wear the glasses to school, that child may not be considered as a candidate to receive services as a student with visual impairment because the student is not using his or her best correction. Instead, the parent and the teacher needs to find out why the student does not want to wear his or her glasses and find other ways to encourage the student to wear them, or look for other alternatives for the student, such as contact lenses. However, classroom accommodations can be made for the students. Also, a lot of parents whose children have a documented impairment in vision and receive vision therapy believe that their child will also receive vision therapy at school. This is usually because they do not understand the difference in the training and roles of those who provide vision therapy as compared to the training and the roles of the teacher of the visually impaired. Let us look at vision therapy for a minute. Vision therapy is an individualized treatment program by optometrists who attempt to develop and improve visual skills and abilities to students who may have focusing problems, tracking difficulties, eye-teaming difficulties, visual perception difficulties, binocular vision problems such as convergence insufficiency, and probably problems not limited to visual processing disorders. Vision therapy is considered a medical service and is usually done by optometrists under the supervision of an optometrist in a clinical setting and not by the teacher of the visually impaired. Although teachers of the visually impaired work on visual sensory efficiency skills as part of the expanded core curriculum, visual efficiency in itself does not automatically qualify a student as a student with visual impairment. However, the student can still receive accommodations and adaptations in the school to better meet their visual needs. Teachers of the visually impaired, on the other hand, are not trained to provide vision therapy. They are responsible to teach the expanded core curriculum. Now, What is the expanded core curriculum? The expanded core curriculum is a set of critical skills that is deliberately and thoughtfully taught to prepare students who are blind or visually impaired with the academic, social, and life skills necessary to be successful in school and through life in general. This is done by providing these students with the tools, skills, and strategies they need in order to develop alternative ways to obtaining or acquiring critical and or new information, since their vision, which is their primary sense of learning and acquiring new information, is compromised. The expanded core curriculum includes assistive technology, independent living, compensatory skills, career education, orientation and mobility, social skills, recreation and leisure, self-determination, and visual sensory efficiency skills. So, yes, a student may have an impairment in vision and not meet the eligibility criteria to qualify as a student with visual impairments at school. Again, you can go through my post on VI eligibility criteria or guidelines to get familiar with the eligibility criteria to qualify as a student with visual impairments in the school setting. So now, I know you will be thinking of what other options you may have when the student or your child does not qualify to receive services from the teacher of the visually impaired. I have listed 5 options for you. Number 1, the student can receive classroom accommodations from his or her teacher that has been provided by the optometrist. Number 2, the student can qualify for services through a 504 plan if the student is not already in special education. Number 3, the student may benefit from receiving intervention from the reading specialist. Number 4, the student may receive intervention in the area of sensory processing from an occupational therapist if the student already receives or qualifies to receive occupational therapy. Number 5, the student should continue with the visual therapy services through the optometrist. That's really all what I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to visit my website at www.thebrightsideofme.com. Thank you.